challenged by Allah and His Caliph. Their scientific study has been destroyed by the Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani. Period. Assalamu alaikum. Today's theme is titled, Here's a challenge from Allah and His Caliph Imam Mahdi to the researchers of the lie of artificial womb studies to produce human offspring and carry fetuses instead of women. They want to misguide you while knowing they are incapable of creating such a thing. They know they are lying to undermine the Muslims' mental faculties in an attempt to misguide them ideologically under the name of scientific study. This statement was written by the awaited Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani on the 28th of June 2024, and it will be recited to you by one of his supporters. In the name of Allah, the Most Gracious, the Most Merciful. There is no power except with Allah, the Most High, the Great. I direct my question to Allah, the Lord of all words, seeking a ruling regarding what the atheists claim in their study of manufacturing an artificial womb in which human offspring can be developed. They claim that they can design the fetus as they wish in terms of beauty, and the artificial womb will deliver the child after 9 months or less or more. What is your response to them, O Allah, the ever-living, the sustainer? The answer in the clear verses of the Quran is
ألف لام ميم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه وأنزل التوراة والإنجيل من قبل هدى للناس وأنزل الفرقان إن الذين كفروا بآيات الله لهم عذاب شديد والله عزيز ذو انتقام إن الله لا يخفى عليه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Al-Imran, verses 1-6. O Allah, you've taught us that the creation of life begins in the womb. So which womb do you mean? Is it possible to manufacture this womb? Here's the answer from Allah. He said,
خلقكم من نفس واحدة ثم جعل منها زوجها وأنزل لكم من الأنعام 8 أزواج يخلقكم في بطون أمهاتكم خلقا من بعد خلق في ظلمات 3 ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك لا إله إلا هو فأنى تصرفون.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Az-Zumar, verse 6. And I ask, O Allah, is it possible for human offspring to be conceived in an artificial womb or even an animal womb? The answer from Allah is,
ويسألونك عن المحيض قل هو أذى فاعتزلوا النساء في المحيض ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن فإذا تطهرن فأتوهن من حيث أمركم الله إن الله يحب التوابين ويحب المتطهرين نساؤكم حرث لكم فأتوا حرثكم أنى شئتم وقدموا لأنفسكم واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم ملاقوه وبشر المؤمنين.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 222-223. And I say, glory be to Allah the Great, the lesson is clear in the eggs that were fertilized by the man's sperm. Return the eggs to the mother's womb so that they can grow. Although the eggs are fertilized, it only remains to return them to the mother's womb for their growth to be completed. Even after returning the fertilized eggs to the mother's womb, is it possible, O Allah, for all the fertilized eggs to grow? Since the doctors did not create the eggs or the sperm, glory be to you, Allah, you are the all-knowing creator. Is there any creator other than Allah the glorified? The fertilized eggs with the man's sperm are returned to the mother's womb using a tube, hence they are called test tube babies. The fertilized eggs are returned to the mother's womb to grow by Allah's permission after the woman ends her menstrual cycle, then the eggs are extracted from the woman. So has the process become guaranteed that the embryos will grow in the mother's wombs after being returned, or only what Allah has decreed to grow will grow, and the procedure fails without scientific explanation? And the answer regarding the fertilized eggs in the wombs, even if the egg is fertilized by the man's sperm, glory be to you, Allah, we bear witness that nothing grows in the womb except what you have decreed, and we firmly believe in this. Therefore, we are convinced that even if the eggs are fertilized, it is all up to Allah. He decides what develops in the wombs, even if the eggs are fertilized. Despite that, many procedures fail and some succeed by Allah's permission. The scientific reason why some procedures succeed while most fail despite the eggs being fertilized remains unclear to them. Ultimately, Allah decides what develops in the wombs as He wills. Anyhow, Allah's answer is,
يا أيها الناس إن كنتم في ريب من البعث فإنا خلقناكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم من مضغة مخلقة وغير مخلقة لنبين لكم ونقر في الأرحام ما نشاء إلى أجل مسمى ثم نخرجكم طفلا ثم لتبلغوا أشدكم ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يرد إلى أرذل العمر لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا وترى الأرض هامدة فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت وربت وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Al-Hajj, verse 5. O Allah, there must be a proof for every claim. So what is it that we challenge with the atheist proponents of artificial wombs who claim to create artificial wombs to carry fertilized eggs instead of women? I will leave you the answer from Allah the Exalted.
خلق السماوات بغير عمد ترونها وألقى في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بكم وبث فيها من كل دابة وأنزلنا من السماء ماء فأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج كريم هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه بل الظالمون في ضلال مبين.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Luqman, verses 10 to 11. Also Allah the Exalted said,
قل من رب السماوات والأرض قل الله قل أفاتخذتم من دونه أولياء لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا قل هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير أم هل تستوي الظلمات والنور أم جعلوا لله شركاء خلقوا كخلقه فتشابه الخلق عليهم قل الله خالق كل شيء وهو الواحد القهار.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Ar-Ra'd, verses 11 to 16. Beware, O Muslims, that you believe in the success of contradictory studies challenging Allah's established challenges in the clear verses of His book, the Great Quran. Rather, we say to the atheists by the Lord of the worlds what Allah has commanded us to say in His book.
هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه بل الظالمون في ضلال مبين.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Luqman, verse 11. The truth is they know they cannot do it, and if they could, they would have created the most beautiful children in the world for themselves, giving them the most beautiful forms, and they do this to artificial fake dolls. Do not be misled by their claim of a scientific study. They know they cannot achieve their false so-called scientific study. They know they cannot, and they only present it as ideas before its success to the Arab media to be announced through Arab channels to mislead the Muslim peoples from the clear verses of the Quran under the guise of a scientific study. If they were truthful, they would not have announced their scientific study until it succeeded in reality. Then they would announce their success to the world with the clear proof that Muslim submitters to Allah would see it in actual reality, in line with the word of Allah the Exalted.
هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه بل الظالمون في ضلال مبين.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Luqman, verse 11. They only want to misguide Muslims regarding what Allah has revealed of challenges in the clear verses of the Great Quran under the pretense of a scientific study, which is still just idle talk. The Arab media provides their people with news of their false scientific studies, and they do not hold back in spreading falsehood to deceive their people with lies and slander about the study of artificial wombs. So listen to and understand this challenge with truth. Allah challenged them through their scientific study to make postmenopausal women bear children if they were truthful. That would be a miracle defying the laws of nature. Women do not bear children again except by the miraculous power of Allah, as in the case of the wife of the Prophet Zechariah with the Prophet Yahya, in line with the words of Allah the Exalted.
ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا يرثني ويرث من آل يعقوب واجعله ربي رضيا. يا زكريا إنا نبشرك بغلام اسمه يحيى لم نجعل له من قبل سميا قال رب أنى يكون لي غلام وكانت امرأتي عاقرا وقد بلغت من الكبر عتيا قال كذلك قال ربك هو علي هين وقد خلقتك من قبل ولم تك شيئا.
صدق الله العظيم. Surah Maryam, verses 2-9. So that did not happen except by a miracle defying the physics of a woman's nature, as she does not bear children after becoming menopausal and reaching the age of infertility except by a miraculous power. So if they cannot make post-menopausal women bear children again, how then can they bring about a greater miracle by creating artificial wombs to bear babies instead of women, despite their inability to make post-menopausal women conceive? Do you not understand, O Muslims? Their scientific study has been destroyed by the Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani, period. Peace be upon the messengers and all praises due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Your brother, the Caliph of Allah and his servant, the Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani.